careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Coming here, the last thing you want to do is squander this type of field position on the opening drive. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a fourth down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Texas.
The Longhorns will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Looking for space. It's Davidson. Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical.
He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He'll pull it down and run. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull him down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle. It's McCutcheon. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll try to take him back. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Alabama! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He'll keep it himself. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football and then right away takes it upfield to get some positive points.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. At midfield, he's got room. Flying down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UConn had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans in stores are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Gentry. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Handoff to the lone back. Picks up the first down. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown tie!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Here's the handoff. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Going to swing it on second down. Working that left side. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
The tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, Fresh set it down.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
So after that incompletion, fourth down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense. And this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, Dave. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Leaves it with the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's going for the big play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Spin, still running. They'll make the stop on the return at the 38-yard line as this defense reports an interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Texas offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. The give out of the gun. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming up.
The Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nestles it in at the 35. Slips through the line. Touchdown, Bama! Special teams proving to be special. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the back. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss. And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. They'll set up with a free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
He'll field the punt.
Returner is tackled down at the 30. And your Alabama Crimson Tide will take over 1st and 10.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half.
Here we go, here we go.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Past the first down marker and still running. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Offense getting set for first down.
Cooler 18, cooler 18, 22.
They'll give it to him again. There he goes. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. They'll try the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. That one was leaking and losing altitude fast, but it made it home. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up for 4th.
And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Power football with the run. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Creates a little space. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're backed up just a little, 1st and 10 from their own 19. They'll run the toss. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gentry. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. A strike downfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown time. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Swings it out to the flat. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover.
Ready? Here we go.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He'll pull it down. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's McCutcheon. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Caught in the backfield, it's McCutcheon. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10.
Trick now. Kill.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains.
Razor, lasso.
On the direct snap, it's Davidson. Got a little space. He's loose down the left side. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
What a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete as he tried to lob it in with perfect touch.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And it's his 4th interception of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He has the first and still on his feet. Racing to the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bama!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down.
And the Texas offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's throwing interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
He'll try to do it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps the offense in positive situations with just little plays here and there, knowing he's a threat.
Now they'll run it on the toss. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Snagged in the middle. It's Winston. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air on 1st down. Soft spot in the middle. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Hand off from the shotgun. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Got it behind the line. It's Clark. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
And And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Alabama. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before.
Oh, he's got some space. Bounced right back to them.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Got it in the middle. It's McCutcheon. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But
and the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Keeps it and gets past the chains. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder.
Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Trying to bully their way in. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. The offense changing the play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Here we go, here we go.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll send the back in motion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.